Today's guest really needs no introduction. She is an icon, a legend, a founding member of Destiny's Child, singer, actress, Letoya Luckett.
And friend.
Let's see. I think we should start this off more so by just trying to get to know you, right? Okay. I think that people think they know, and some know what they know, but we're going to just make sure they know who Letoya is, okay?
All right.
When people hear the name Letoya Luckett today, I think a lot of things come to mind. They think of singer, they think of actress, songwriter, but when you hear the name Letoya Luckett today, how do you define yourself and what comes to mind?
Oh man, I feel like I'm just constantly evolving. Like I try not to put myself in a box and limit myself to like one thing, or I'm just a singer, or I'm just an actress. And for some reason nowadays, I think it's gotten a lot better, but there was a time in our industry, especially when I started acting, where it was a little bit frowned upon for, a singer to get out of her lane and be, become an actress.
Really?
But then I'm like, well, I remember back in the Gap, you had to do like 3 or 4 things. Sammy Davis had to like sing, dance, act,
and tap dance,
do flips. What?
You couldn't be a one-trick.
Right. Yeah. So I feel like I'm just going where God takes me at this point. But most importantly, obviously, being a newlywed and a mommy, those are that's what I prioritize in life now.
Do you feel like it takes you through seasons? Like, do you feel like this is your acting season and there was a singing season? Or is it like, I'm just gonna, just go with it? Like, is this a certain season for you right now, you think?
I just feel like I'm in a season.
You've been in your acting bag.
Well, thank you. This is a very happy season for me. So, and I feel like a lot of things that I've prayed for or just been waiting, to happen for so long, like, it's like all happening to the point where it's kind of scary. It's like all happening at one time.
Yeah.
And I'm very, like I said, I'm very happy in this season, but I feel more grounded in this season than I ever have. And I don't know if that is because of family. And as far as like the acting opportunities and the singing opportunities, I feel like they're both kind of running parallel to each other, because no, I'm not in the studio making a new album right now, but I've been doing more live performances than I have in a long time, on top of having a show. Thank you, Jesus.
Come on now.
Come on, Divorced Sistas. So yeah, it's I just feel like I've gotten out of my own way finally.
I love that.
And allowing things to happen.
Between acting, singing, which one feels more like home to you? Or do you just are you naturally comfortable in both?
Yeah, I feel like at this point, I'm comfortable in both. Now, of course, with acting, depending on the character you play, some can stretch you more than others. So I feel like you really can't get comfortable in acting, because you're telling someone else's story. You're portraying a character and you're wanting to bring this character to life and tell their story in the best way that you know how. Singing, that's more personal.
Okay.
So whatever y'all get on stage and whatever Toya decides to give is what it is, and that's just how I'm feeling at the time. Whereas being an actress, it calls on you to pull from, of course, different life experiences, things that you might be able to relate to the character, but also emotionally. You have to just be...
Are you a method actor? Like, are you that person for like 2 weeks?
Yeah,
or are you like, you get there and turn it on?
For some reason, I keep getting
deep.
They do. And for some reason, I keep getting casted as a mean girl, and I'm not.
The opposite of a mean girl.
Yeah, honestly, now I will say with the character that I play on Divorced Sistas, Rashida, I don't feel like she's a mean girl. I feel like she's a woman having to hold down a lot. Being the first lady of a church, sometimes you got to get in your back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm a a method actor. It's hard for me to just leave it on set.
Right.
Wait, so wait a minute. In Divorced Sistas, you're playing another first lady because, let me tell you, I was the biggest fan of Greenleaf, but I was not a fan of Rochelle Cross, okay?
And she wasn't the first lady. She was coming for the first lady.
She was coming to be the first lady.
She was coming for the first lady, but she was not the first lady. But yeah, she's totally different characters. Wow. But yeah, she is. For some reason, I always find myself off in the church. I guess as a woman of God, that's kind of where
That's where he takes you.
That's where he takes me every time.
Your first acting role was Preacher's Kid.
Preacher's Kid.
Speaking
See?
of, see?
That's what I'm saying. I'm always somewhere with the cross. Yes.
How did that come about, that opportunity, the very first one?
I still don't know. I auditioned for it. That was the first audition I'd ever really done.
Wow.
As an actress. I had no idea what I was doing in that room. I had just come off a stage play at the time. And I remember our stage manager also lived in LA. And I can't even say I moved to LA at that point. I still lived in Houston. And I had just come to LA to just try. Like I wanted to do something outside of music. And ended up getting a phone call from Paradigm Agency at the time. And they asked me, would I be interested in acting? And they sent me on my first audition, which was Preacher's Kid. And I called that stage manager. And I was like, so they just gave me a couple of sheets of paper. I don't know what this is. There's a lot of lines on it, but what am I supposed to do with this? She's like, learn them. And that ended up being like a character breakdown and some sides for the audition. And she kind of read through the sides with me. And once I, got a good grip on it, went in a room, got casted, but not as the lead at the time. I got casted as I think she was a mean girl. She was.
I don't like what they do on your street.
I know. I'm like, bruh, I'm not even that bad. And I think days before they started production, the director called and asked would I be interested in playing the lead role. Wow. At the time, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Right.
But
okay.
Yes. Yeah. They put me on the next thing, Smoking Atlanta, and next thing you know, I was on set and having to learn like 16 songs in 2 hours. Went in the studio, laid that, and then it was off to set the next day.
So we know from being in the audience that the world knew you first in music, right? Yeah. But as a kid, were you doing music and acting? Like, what was your interest as a child?
I mean, I was doing school plays. So, yes, I was Pinocchio. And
is it true that it came about Destiny's Child because you were in Pinocchio with Beyonce?
No,
Is that
they
real?
were already a
Okay.
group called Girls Time. So they were
Got it.
already
Okay.
very well known about,
Okay.
in the city. They
Yeah.
had done Star Search.
Okay.
Me and Bea had just gone to school together.
Got it. Okay.
And I was wondering why she kept missing days. Well, she was off doing Star Search. And so she asked me to, when they got back from Star Search, she asked me to audition for her father. And I came in, and at that point we became Something Fresh. And then we became the Dolls, and then we became Borderline. And
Oh my gosh.
Destiny, and then we became Destiny's Child.
Wow.
So it was a lot. And as a kid, I just wanted to sing. I grew up singing in church. Father being a minister, I was in church all the time. And I would always
are on screen.
Clearly, because there's that. But no, like I was, I loved leading the choir. Shout out to Miss Betty Hollins, who gave me my first solo. And so yeah, I would say singing was top of my list. But I did get excited every time there was, a school play, and I would go and audition and hopefully end up with a lead role. So yeah, I think the acting bug was there. I loved movies. I loved watching TV. I never had any training in acting. My brother, as a matter of fact, shout out to Gavin, he had done a movie called Challenger, and it was starring Angela Bassett.
What?
What was that? Yeah, played his mother. And let me just clear
I
that.
didn't know that he acted.
So me neither. And at that time he was 5. He
Oh
was
my
5 or 8. No, he
gosh.
was 5 or 8. And I was just the mad sister in the trailer, jealous that I didn't
Like,
have
why
the
not
same
me? Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe Martin played his father. And I always say Angela Bassett because as a kid, that's how I pronounced her name with them working together. But I clearly think it's Bassett.
Is it?
Bassett.
Is it Bassett or Bassett?
I don't know.
I mean,
Auntie,
we
I
all
don't
say Angela Bassett.
Don't be mad at me. 'cause
Auntie, that's who she is.
I just, but the great
We got
Angela.
Auntie Angela.
So yeah, I'd been around it because of my brother's experiences, and he had gone on a lot of auditions and stuff like that. But I think I just wanted to be a singer.
You just wanted to be a singer.
Yeah.
And you got that opportunity, obviously. And you were one of the founding members of Destiny's Child. How old were you when that happened?
Ooh, I auditioned when I was 12.
12.
Yeah, I couldn't have been more than 13. But yeah.
So fangirl moment, like when you and your play cousins are, like everybody has to pick someone to be. I was Letoya.
Come
'Cause
on,
the bang,
sis.
the bang,
Did
the
you
bang
ask about the
gang,
bang?
baby. That's
Come
the hair I
on,
wanted.
swoop
So I
bang
was
gang.
you. It's confession.
So if,
Yes.
so if you're in a girl group at the age of 12, then obviously you're missing out on a lot of childhood activities, right? So did you get to go to prom? Did you get to go to like homecomings and, all those things? Or were you on tour or in rehearsal?
I was on tour and in rehearsal. I didn't get to go to a homecoming. We were homeschooled eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did elementary, middle school, and we did 1 year of high school at our performing arts school, HSPVA, and then it was homeschool from there on out. So I didn't really have a homecoming. I did ended up going to someone's prom with them, but
Doesn't that sound like a good experience?
It felt like a friend favor because my homegirl was dating his homeboy.
Oh yeah.
And it,
I think
I
everybody
didn't even
did that
know
for
that
prom,
man.
just to hang out.
Yeah. And I feel like we was there I feel like we was there all of 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
And that was it.
So I have no memory of prom. I don't even know if I got a corsage or whatever you're supposed to get.
But by that time, were you already Letoya Luckett? Like, did you have fans, or was it hard to go to a prom?
No, I don't think No was out.
Okay.
Yeah, we were still
Okay.
rehearsing. We were probably trying to still get a deal, a record deal.
Okay.
And if we did have a deal, we had just gotten it. So no. Nobody was bothered by me.
So at what point did you guys get the deal? Like, what does that timeline look like?
Our first deal was with Elektra Records, and that was, I know I was probably 14, 15 then, 16 max, and then we finally went to Columbia, Sony Columbia, and ended up there, and that's where we released all of our albums. I was probably 15, 16 when we got the deal with Columbia.
I didn't realize you guys were so young because I was so young too.
Yes.
But wow,
Full-blown babies.
Of all the songs you've been a part of, like solo or otherwise, is there one that you're most proud of, whether you wrote it or just performed it?
Most proud of, I would have to say, and this might be a surprise, but yes, Torn, but I would have to say Regret because I did not want to record that record. And thanks to Tank. And it's such a God moment because Tank obviously, was in Preacher's Kid as well. And when we met on set, we bonded, clicked, and he literally saved my second album. And I remember him pulling me in his trailer and playing me a couple of records, and I was like, this is what my album needs. But I had already spent through the budget, being a crazy human being. And we ended up recording in this tiny mix office. Had to be the size of a hallway. And he finished my album. And there was this one record called Good to Me, which is on my album. That's the song I wanted to record. And he said, you can't record Good to Me unless you record Regret.
Wow.
And I was just like, I don't even like that. Why do I have to what? And it's profanity in it. And he was like, I promise you, you're gonna bring this song to life. And I did not believe him.
Wow.
And I would say by the third word in that song, I was like, oh, this is my favorite song.
The third word in?
Yeah.
What about that song
It was something
spoke to you?
even if you hear my tone if you hear the tone in my voice on that song is very different than Torn or any other. She's sassy, honey.
How does it go?
She trying to get you to
just
sing.
curious.
that you left me. That song.
We can
My bro
hear you.
Ludacris is on it. Yes, but written by Tank J Valentine. My bro Ludacris is on it, like I said. But that is probably, and the birth of me and Chris's friendship came from that record.
Nice.
And we bonded over that record because funny story, he sent a verse in, and I just remember it saying something about stanky leg, and I was just like, he's so much better than this. He is so much better than this. And I was in the very nicest way. I just wanted this song to be great, and that's why I wanted Ludacris on it, because he, for me, is one of the greatest.
For sure.
Of all time, period.
For sure.
Lyricist, and just as a person, a human being. Love you, bro. And so I somehow got him on the phone, and I was like, let's revisit this. Let's try this again. And he told me that nobody in his entire career had ever told him to do a verse over.
Really?
Really?
And I was like, but I ain't even say it like that. I said, it was more like, if we could just take another shot at it. And so we ended up sitting down, having conversation about it, and really walking through the lyrics of this record. And that's where we became cool, like brother and sister. And
I'm sure he respected it.
And that's where he was
sure,
I had so much respect for you, because you didn't just take anything. And now granted, the first verse, it wasn't just anything, it was amazing. Right. But it was something, I was just like, I just feel that you have. There's more there. There's more there. And it was, so.
Speaking of relationships with other artists and in the studio, you recently had to deal with the passing of Dwayne Wiggins. Yeah. And I know he was very instrumental in your career earlier on. Right. Can you tell us about that?
Man, may he rest in peace. And I feel like I had just seen Dwayne, so this was sudden and crazy, and I feel like I'm a little shocked about it. But he really took a shot on us. We were signed to his production company, Grassroots Entertainment. He flew us down to Oakland. Had us stand in Oakland, bruh, for months. And working on, the album. And he just loved music. It was just in his veins. This man could play anything.
Really?
You know what I mean? In the guitar, I know he just slept with the guitar beside his bed. He was just a musical genius. And he really saw something in us, and he was super excited about us. And I wish we could have done more together, but he gave us Second Nature, he gave us Bridge, he gave us It's Your Birthday on our first album. So yeah, we made a lot of music together, but I wish we could have made more.
So let's get deep.
Okay. Oh boy, I'm afraid.
So you've been so open about your journey from love to heartbreak to healing. And this is deep, but what moment did you know that your former marriage had to end and you had to get a new beginning?
That is a deep question. What moment did I know? I mean, I feel like people don't get married to get divorced. You don't walk down the aisle and say these vows and go before God and have this covenant and these plans to one day wake up and go, I don't like you no more. You know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. It doesn't work that way for me. Right. But you can feel, I felt like this wasn't serving, or this can't be us existing in our best selves in this way, and having 2 children who deserve to feel love and see great examples of love and a healthy marriage. And I think at that time with being a mom, and also my parents got divorced, so that was very hard. But then I turned out all right. I felt like, I did feel like, okay, I feel like it's time to move on to a different chapter. And I think that this could be a good decision. This will end up being a great decision for our children.
You know, I think so many women stay in marriages that make them unhappy because of the public eye, what the perception is going to be. And someone like you had to do it in an even larger public eye. So one, I commend you for being able to be like, you know what? I don't care what y'all got to say. I'm done. But what would you say to women that are scared to start over, more so because of their fear of judgment from what other people have to say?
Ooh, you know what? Me answering this question might answer a few other questions, because for me, I don't think that's ever been a concern of mine. I've been through a public breakup before.
Okay.
And even to some people, I mean, it doesn't get bigger than marriage as far as divorce, but I had a very big breakup in my early, ages of 17, 18. Mm-hmm. Friendships ending, you know what I mean? And having to watch people move on. Mm. So this wasn't my first rodeo with that.
Okay.
And I think from that experience, it taught me a lot about myself, my strength, and also to not give.
We don't know if we're gonna edit stuff out yet. If you want to curse, you can just.
I'm gonna do it. I ain't gonna say it. I'm a Christian lady. But
you get what you're putting down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't allow people's opinions or what they think of me to, determine the direction of my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because guess what? They gonna stay on me for about 2 seconds. They gonna be on something else.
That's facts.
So, especially in such an important moment like that, all I could think about was, the children, myself, my health, my future. I ain't really care about what anybody else had to, say. And they watch things play out. Was on a whole reality TV show. Y'all watch Friends and Family Hustle. Y'all was there. It just, things just didn't. And here's the great part. Everybody fine now.
Right.
Everybody's on a good foot.
I know that.
Everybody's cool. Everybody, the co-parenting, it's, the kids are great. They're growing, fresh out of school.
What was the biggest lesson you learned about yourself through that?
And through that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's very much. I've learned that I play chess and not checkers. I'm a very slow game.
That's the
Like
sound.
I think yeah. Like I'm not gonna give you the rah. Okay, well you just. I'm not gonna pop off. It's just gonna happen, and I'm just gonna. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. And it's not just the divorce process. It was really like showing up for myself in that moment, doing the work, getting the therapy that I needed, like making sure that I went the furthest, the end of the earth as far as I could, and I had exhausted all options before making a major decision like that. And it also taught me to trust my gut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It taught me to trust myself and lean into, those feelings, those emotions, allowing myself to feel when it was heavy, when it was sad, when I felt like, okay, wait, what am I doing here? I allowed myself to feel in every stage of that process. So I feel like I got to know me a little more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I learned a lot about me and who and like I said, my strength and my ability to just navigate difficult situations.
Chess, not checkers.
Chess.
And then you came out on the other end.
I did.
And now you have yourself a new husband.
My guy.
Yes, and I was one of the few people that was very lucky enough to be able to attend the wedding. And it was beautiful. Actually, it was amazing.
I stalked every second. It was beautiful. I felt like I was
Thank
there.
you.
I had my first Trill burger while I was there.
Uh-oh.
Period.
Yep.
I still got to get one of them.
I got to wear a cowgirl hat.
Sure did.
Yep, I did. I had a soldier rag.
As you should.
But one thing that was like the biggest takeaway from your wedding I can remember is you both wrote your own vows.
Yes.
And when you said your vows, I will never forget it. You said, "This love feels like rest."
Yeah.
And I said, huh.
A word.
What does that mean?
Baby, good sleep. It just, I think a lot of times people, either we've seen it or we've heard, love hurts sometimes. You got to go through the struggle of things. It's not always. And that can be exhausting. And so you find yourself in these unhealthy relationships and you're like, is this really supposed to
what they
feel
were
like
talking
this?
about?
I just feel like, you know, and I've been in relationships where I've had to ask, I'm like, is it supposed to be this hard?
Right.
Like my health is changing. Like this is starting to become physical.
Yeah.
Not just a mental thing. And so when me and Talio started dating, it just, you have to know him. He's very mild-mannered, quiet, until he's not. And he's just chill. And I feel like I took that on a little bit. I was like, I can
I
whoop
can be
some.
chill.
Right. And he, you know, even with our communication, I didn't feel like I had to, and I think this comes from being in our industry, like I can have a masculine energy. And with him, I could soften. You know what I mean? So I felt like I could exhale all around. It just felt like good sleep, good rest, like the rest that I've needed and been waiting for. He's here, so he's probably over there feeling himself. Or not, or he's just on the phone. Yeah, but he gave me that. And I mean, honestly, I think it was already there. He just showed me how to tap into it. And the kids, you could see, you know, it kind of.
They have the ultimate discernment.
Yeah.
They know.
And baby,
Yeah.
we would come in from trips, they run past me, go hug him. The disrespect. But he's a very mild-mannered, loving, kind human being. And I think that that's what I asked for when, you know, in my prayers, when I was going through everything is, you know, I didn't know whether I was going to remarry. I mean, I knew God had called me to be a wife, and I didn't think just because I had had that experience that I wasn't that anymore. But one of the things that I was heavy and high on my prayer request was someone who was kind and thoughtful, and of course, more importantly, you know, would love my kids. And he loves Gianna and Tyson like they're his own, you know. So
That's beautiful. You guys are one of my
they're
favorite
very
couples. Y'all are so
comfortable.
cool. So cool.
That's my homie though.
He aight.
Hi, honey. He's my friend. Like he's friendly, right?
He's very friendly.
Isn't he friendly?
He's nice.
And not,
So
not
friendly.
fake friendly. Not fake friendly.
Until he's not.
We haven't seen that. We don't
We
know what
haven't
you're talking
seen
about.
I didn't see it
outside.
until we was in New York, and then it was a whole thing. Some man tried to be, and I was like,
Oh, okay, that kind of not
Shoulders
friendly.
got
Okay.
I was like, look at him. Trying to transform
My
into
man.
my man. We'll save that story for another day. But yeah, it was cute. He is my person. Like I can be any kind of way with him. He is seen. I mean, you hear the way I'm talking now.
Yeah, like you could go on and on and on about your man.
I mean, through sickness and through health. Yeah, that man it's only been a year. Oh my God, we've been married a year.
What's your actual anniversary date?
Yes, July 27th. Oh, it's we've seen a lot in our first year of marriage, and the way we done rolled this thing out. I mean, as homies, I'm like, okay, this is it.
Gotta be friends.
Yeah,
And partners.
yeah, yes.
Gotta be.
Did you find that prior to you guys getting married, that dating was hard because now you have to learn to trust again, but you're also learning to trust while being, I guess in reality, a celebrity, right? So there are people coming at you left and right all the time. You don't know who's for you, who's against you. How do you date in that?
Child, I didn't. I gave myself 2 years, wrote affirmations with lipstick on my mirror, and was like, God, you take care of it, because it's ghetto out here. I don't even remember going on any dates. I I didn't do any dating.
Then how did you meet?
A mutual friend.
Oh.
Shout out to Alexis.
Was it giving blind date?
Was giving, like, he was not pressed at all, y'all. He was
You
not
probably loved that.
panini pressed at all. Like, we have a mutual friend, and we're in separate friend groups. So I was in her, like, LA friend group. I lived there for 15 years. And he was in her, like, DMV, Virginia friend group, and they grew up together in that whole situation. And so she never allowed our paths to cross, although I do remember, well, come to find out, in 2012, we were all in Vegas together, and he had asked about me. Oh. And she was like, boy, no, sit down. And so, of course, I didn't know, and she didn't introduce me to him then. And then his name kept coming up, but I never met him. I don't even know if I saw a picture of him or anything. And
You just knew the name.
I just knew the name. And I knew every time she would talk to him or about him, he was in a different country. So I was like, who is this Talio you speak of? What is this? Is he a magician? Is he out discovering? What is a world traveler he's doing? That's cute. And,
He was an enigma.
Yeah, he's all over the place. And so we finally, we would have jokes. I never thought we would be in a relationship, but I would call him my husband. Like, the reason I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So Lex said, when she did finally describe him to me, I was like, she's like, he's kind, he's just too nice, he's a love. Y'all either gonna be a train wreck or y'all gonna do the best thing ever, because y'all are my two lovebird friends.
Wow.
And she didn't want to be in the middle of it. And I was like, girl, you done made me miss my husband. Because I think he had gone off to be in a relationship and he was in love, and I didn't see him coming out of that because they looked very happy.
This is a movie.
It
Wow.
was. I did not see that man coming out of that relationship. And I, they did they time. And I guess when they decided to part ways, he didn't tell Lex for like 2 months because he knew that if he told her, that she was pointing him in my direction. Mm-hmm. And he said he needed to get a few things out of his system. That's what you said,
good
right
for
there.
him.
He had said that.
That is very mature of him.
He had said that because
He wasn't ready for you yet.
I know.
He wasn't.
Yeah, he knew.
More people should do that. Take your 2 months.
Thank you. Take your 2. And so even once we had our first like phone conversations, he wasn't even trying to schedule no date. And we were long distance. And he was living in Raleigh, I was living in Houston. And this happened in like October. And he was like, well, yeah, we should definitely get together. What is your January looking like?
Your January.
Who are you talking to, son? January? So you mean to tell me we not finna connect or see each other? What? January?
That's crazy.
I found
And you
it
loved
attractive.
it.
But
Little
it was
cat and mouse
definitely,
game.
yeah. And then we got on that FaceTime, and I got flued out like 2 weeks later.
All right, flued out.
We did. I think because then he got to see me like in my element with the kids, balancing like, mommy, can this do whatever? And I'm trying to, get things done over here. And I'm running around, no makeup, just in my glasses and hair looking crazy. And he was like, oh, she got like a real person.
Yeah.
With like real things going on. You know what I mean?
Right now.
I'm in a Chick-fil-A line. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I think once he saw that side of me and actually like visually got to see it, I think he was like, oh, okay.
And how long did it take from that time? Like, how long did you date before then the proposal?
I think, was it about a year? About a year. He proposed the day before my birthday, March. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So about a year. We made that wedding happen pretty quick. And that wedding just, But yeah, it felt like things were happening fast, but I also felt like things were happening in slow motion. Because we were spending so much time together. We had this rule that we wouldn't go like 2 weeks without seeing each other. Either I was gonna fly there, or he was gonna fly to Houston. And things came together. So it was just smooth. And next thing you know, we were married.
What was your proposal like?
He got me good. He told me that we were going to do a photo shoot. So crazy enough, if y'all follow me on Instagram, I have this video of him walking like back towards me. We're in Sedona and he's walking like towards me after prayer time. So basically Sedona is one of my favorite places. I go there to reconnect, recenter, pray, do all the things. Sedona, Arizona. And so on the way back to me, he stumbles and takes a big fall.
Oh.
A fall.
Oh. We're going to have to insert this clip.
Yeah. So that was hours before, like a few hours before he proposed. I had no idea any of this was going to happen. And on the way up the mountains, the hotel had called because we were staying in a brand new hotel at the time. They had called and over the speakerphone offered to do like a birthday photo shoot for me. And he was like, I don't know if we have time. We have dinner reservations. And I was like, I'm going to get my photo shoot because I had like brought a cute little dress that I finally could fit into. And so we're outside. We're taking these pictures later on at the hotel right before dinner. And we're posing and everything. And he starts talking. And I'm like, babe, she's taking photos. What are you doing? Just, your mouth's going to be moving in the photos. You're messing up my birthday shots. And then I start to listen to what he's saying. And as soon as he said something about Gianna and Tyson, I was like, and he turned me to him. And he just starts to, and he's not a man of many words, but he was getting this out.
Like rambling.
Yeah, he was. And he just, next thing you know, I was like crying and startled. And I was like, wait, is this happening? Is this what it feels like? This is what it feels like.
This is the moment.
Yeah, because I always like dreamt of this moment with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is it going to be like? Is he going to be like hella nervous? Am I going to be? And next thing you know, he was on his knee, and I was like, he's down there. And yeah, and then I just met him down there. I didn't even see the ring or anything. I just went down there. That sounded weird.
I was wondering if we should let you keep going or save you.
I wasn't going to pause.
I mean, we married. So, it's a lot of things going down. But yeah, so I said yes. I don't even know if he got it all the way out immediately. And then, yeah, next thing you know, we were engaged. And come to find out, obviously, everybody at the hotel was in on it.
Everybody knew.
Fake phone call.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's the effort
It
for
was
me.
candle. I didn't even notice the candles on the ground.
You missed all of that.
Yes. Because when you're in Sedona, you're just looking at these beautiful red clay mountains.
Yeah.
Like I just was in my favorite place with my favorite person in this view. I didn't even look on the ground to see these like candles and flowers and lights and all other kind of stuff he had going on out there. I don't even remember going to dinner after the proposal. I was still floating.
Your brain just shut down.
I did.
I love that.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Janine from the Ish Podcast.
And this is Keisha. We are coming to you live from our new home base for the Ish Podcast, the Collective Spaces, right in downtown Baltimore.
Yes, this is our new home, but it can also be yours too. Whether you're planning a full-on wedding, hosting a business meeting, having a birthday party, or a baby shower, Collective Spaces has something for you.
It's elegant, it's modern. You walk in here and you just feel the beautiful energy in this space. It's Black owned, it's woman led. You give back to your community by renting this space.
We love it here and we know you will too. So if you're interested in booking the Collective Spaces, you can find them on Instagram at the Collective Spaces MD.
Wife, mom, actress, singer, multi-hyphenate, as we say.
There's a few things going on.
How do you keep it all together, girl?
I don't even know if there's a such thing as balance, because people are always like, balance, and you just gotta find. I'm like, well, where is it?
That's what I'd be saying.
'Cause
where is it?
Learn to listen to my body, especially trying to make sense of all of this. I don't want to overextend and stretch myself to the point where, my husband doesn't get the attention he needs, and my children don't get the attention and love that they deserve. Like, I think for me, family, because I've been doing career for so long.
Yeah.
And although so many wonderful things that I've prayed for, like I said, for so long are happening in my career, I think it's because I'm putting what really matters to me first. And instead of wanting and wishing and praying and hoping this would happen, it's like naturally just coming to me.
Alignment.
In the way, it's alignment. That's exactly what it was. And I remember even with Divorced Sistas, like there were some auditions that I had that were taking me out of the country. Like Australia, and I had to be there for 3 months. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be away with my kids 3 months in Australia. What? No.
3 months.
They in school. I'm not doing it. And I remember, I don't know if it was a silent prayer or I said it out loud. I was like, I want to find a show or something that films in Atlanta that doesn't take me that far away from the kids. It's an hour flight. And next thing you know, I mean, Divorced Sistas films in Atlanta. You know what I mean? So
Manifestation.
But I think honestly, because I put things in their proper place, and I just have been allowing God to move how he needs to move.
So all of these chapters, all of these chapters in your life,
chapters.
what are you most proud of?
Oh man. My resilience through all of this. It has not been easy. It has not been easy. But I've never allowed my faith to waver, or my love for people, or for what I do to be swayed or changed at all. I have a heart for God, so therefore I have a heart for everything that he created. And I know that people go through stuff. I know that nothing's easy. Mm-hmm. Nothing is, easy. And like I said, I haven't had it easy, but I'm most proud of my resilience and the ability to not be bitter.
That's a word.
Through all
that is a word
of the darkness that I have seen.
For sure.
And I just feel like there's been a light in every situation that I've had, to the point where I am grateful. I am grateful for everything that I've had to go through to get to this point. I wouldn't change none of it. And I'm talking about none of it.
Really?
None of it. Not one thing. Not one thing. Not one thing.
Testimony.
Mm-mm.
I'm a big believer in everything has its reason, its season, its purpose, and it all is for a greater good, right? Yeah. And I'm glad to hear you say that, because from the outside looking in, it's easy to think, oh, that I would be better, or I would be this. And how have you stayed so centered, so humble? How are you so non-bitter when so much has happened to you?
I think having that optimistic attitude, or just because I've had to go through a dark time and God has brought me out on the other side, I always see that light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
And I go, okay, God, what is this? I want to what is there a lesson in this? Because teach me, so I ain't got to learn it again, okay? When you ain't got to don't teach me this one again. I don't want to have to stay after school for this. No, just let me get this one the first time. I really think being grounded in God and knowing who I am and my self-worth. I think people that are always, their focus is on what other people think of them, their opinions, and that can sway you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or people change their mind about you. Or you're not as hot anymore. Or, okay, now that you're not with him no more, you're not, where's your value? I've never how can I say this without sounding conceited?
Because it's not, girl, you've been that girl.
It's not a conceited, confident, because I struggled with confidence. I struggled for several years with self-confidence. But even as a kid, my mom would always tell me, you're very strong. You're very, you're not easily, you're a leader. You don't follow easily, you don't. That's always been me. And I feel like.
Was it one pivotal moment that was okay? Or was it just a transition of
I think God instilled something in me, and it's just there.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me about me.
Do you feel like you've always been that way, or you had to learn to be that way?
I had to learn to trust that.
Oh, okay. It was in you.
It was in me, but I hadn't fully wrapped my arms around it and said, okay, this is a strength. This isn't a weakness.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was so many times where I walked in the room where I felt like I didn't deserve to be in there. But I felt like, well, maybe I just don't vibe with everybody. I'm better over here by myself. Like, I don't need.
Yeah.
I think I've always been one of those kind of like people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. But I will say, staying grounded in the word, my faith, and knowing who I am has kept me through all of this. Yeah.
I think we've gone deep, and now we can lighten
Oh,
up.
baby, I went.
Yes.
Yes. I wanna
Over here,
pivot
Gail, over
just
here.
a little bit, like just a little pivot, because I have a question, right? Okay. I'm an 80s baby, but I feel like I spent the majority of my childhood in the 90s, right? And you spent all that time looking up to 90s stars and 90s singers. Like, 90s was a good era.
It was a vibe.
But it was a vibe,
Our kids
right?
will never know.
But you got to actually like do it. We watched it, you lived it. What was like your favorite part about the 90s era? Like the industry, like the music in the 90s?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The videos, the
I miss videos.
touring
How they used to be. The
with
box.
your favorite groups, like to be on tour with Boyz II Men, to be on tour, you know what I mean? Like, what? It was great. It was great. The fashion, the color, everything was colorful, vibrant, and music was just.
I know.
I mean,
I don't know if we knew how good we
come
had
on,
it.
we had Jodeci, bro.
I know.
We had Jodeci. We had Jay.
What's
They
your
don't get as
favorite
much
male
love
group of all
as they-
time? We gotta
That's
talk about it.
very tough.
We're
Now
both
I'm
on
gonna fight.
We gotta say
Greatest
Hill,
male group?
but-
I mean, cause I'm still an any fan. Like, I'm a New
Yeah.
Edition fan. My husband took me to see them for Valentine's Day. Like,
Nice.
I love New Edition.
Yeah.
And every group that spawned from them.
That's a good one though.
Like, I'm full on New Edition fan. I love Boyz II Men. They will always have a place in my heart. Jodeci though, baby.
I know. I know.
Jodeci's a good time.
Jodeci is, yes. Like, I think those are my top three.
Yeah. I get it. That's hard.
We're from Baltimore. We would say Drew
I
Hill.
say Drew Hill.
I love Drew Hill.
Love Drew Hill.
I could stomp.
Yeah.
I love me a good Drew Hill stomp.
Yeah.
I do. But it's nothing like a leather vest
I know.
and a boot.
When Drew Hill had leather vests, they were red.
Yeah, they was like, they had
But
dragons
as soon
on
as
them.
she said leather vest, I saw that
You
complete
know
image
what
of
I'm. If
with
I
them
say
big
black
boots.
leather vest and combat boots,
That was a different
you are
era.
thinking one thing, one group.
I love it.
But I mean the harmonies. We studied Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
We literally studied their records, learned to sing them a cappella, and perform them.
Wow.
To audition for record labels.
Got it.
So, oh yeah.
Wow.
Boyz II Men were always.
So
Got
was
it.
there like a singing boot camp? Like, how do you train to be a singer, to be on tour? I went on tour with Monique for 2 days for her book tour. And I said, I don't know how celebrities do this.
Yeah, no, it's it was tough. I mean, we spent a lot of time obviously at the Knowles house, and there was a vocal coach, David Brewer, who lived in the back end of their home, one of the beautiful wings of the home. And yeah, we were nonstop in vocal lessons or
In the house.
rehearsing.
Oh yeah, that's nonstop.
It was nonstop. Wow. So, and we would watch the greats, like we would watch all these different documentaries and, you know, just learn about these iconic artists. And it did feel like a boot camp.
Rapid fire.
No, boy.
Stage or screen?
See, it's already complicated. I would have to say both.
Both.
But I love connecting with my audience in person and them like singing my songs. I'm like, y'all really like this song? Oh my gosh. But also, because it's weird to watch myself on screen.
Is it?
Oh, it's so weird.
You never get used to
Oh,
it.
no, I
Okay.
don't. I'm like, I do that with my lip? Okay. It's both.
It's both.
It's things
That's
that I love
fine.
about both. Yeah.
Studio sessions, midnight or early morning?
See, I fall asleep. I learned, because I used to try and do midnight sessions.
Uh-huh.
That's how I ran through that budget. Morning, wake me up.
Wake you up in the
Yeah,
morning.
Yeah.
Love song or breakup anthem?
See, the breakup anthems got me through.
Uh-huh.
Like some Good Mary, some Tony Braxton,
Yeah.
Unbreak My Heart. Come on.
Yeah.
I feel like I have more memories to breakup records than I do actual love songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right. Private love or public
Private.
romance?
Y'all didn't even know I was dating until I was married.
I know. I thought about that. Essence.
You're going to do it that way.
Yeah.
Red carpet glam or sweats and no
Please
makeup?
sweat me. What? I want to be in sweats and some sneakers and a sports bra, okay?
Boots on the ground or the Tamia dance?
Okay, I just learned boots on the ground.
That's me a dance.
To me, I
can't do it.
I can't, and I've
do
tried, and I even me and Tamia done DM'd about it, and I
I
still
need a
ain't
class.
got it.
I need a class.
I fan me all day. With them fans.
So you know the fan dance?
Yes, somewhat.
I don't know that one either.
I do know that.
I can at least fake that one.
I
That's
did
a
that
Mia
one.
one. Yeah, I can't fake them twirls.
They taught it once, and I've watched it like once, and then I picked it up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that
I
hard.
haven't given up. I'm gonna learn it.
The fans on the boots on the ground is easy.
So vintage vinyl or digital streaming? I know it's something.
Because you came out before
Or
streaming.
CDs. I don't know.
Give me a CD book all day.
As long as it don't have a scratch. 'Cause you
Yes,
remember
as
that
long
life.
as it don't have a scratch. I would have flipped through by with holding one in my mouth, flipping through that shit.
While driving.
Yes, and organizing your CD book.
Oh,
It
yes.
the way the 90s.
I know. I'm gonna say that I miss the CD era.
I miss the CD area.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one point when we were signed to Sony, and we would, when we go up to the offices in New York, they would have this cabinet with all like the new artists that were coming out or the hot albums or whatever, and we would raid this closet all the time. And we would come home with just all kind of CDs. And I remember I would take the CD once I scratched it, and I made like a border on my ceiling.
Oh, cute.
So the border in my room was CDs turned backwards, silver of all like my
that's
favorite
cool.
albums. Yeah, we were so creative back then, man. So I mean, I'm gonna have to say CDs, but I mean, I ain't mad at the stream.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the stream, Bella.
So what are we streaming? What should we be
What
streaming?
am I streaming?
Yeah.
You should be streaming Divorced Sistas.
That's what I was looking for.
on the show area, on the show side. But for me, as a parent, I'm streaming Princess and the Frog.
Oh, that's cute.
This week I think it's Bat Wheels for me.
Okay.
Depending on which week it is.
My kids watch YouTube all day, every day, just YouTube.
No, we're gonna take you there. We're gonna going down the bayou in the back of my all day.
Well, thank you so much, Letoya, for joining an episode of The Ish.
Thank you for having me.
so
This
fun.
was interesting. Y'all asked some really good questions, and it was cute, and the energy was good.
All right.
And did my bangs stay? Because I feel like it did.
But when it
stayed
stayed,
in
it
place.
Tried, because I know.
When they creeped a little bit to the right,
But I also
you just
love a
switch
disc-
back to the left.
I love this kind of moment every now and then, so I was here for it.
I'm still president of Swoop Bang Gang, no matter the length. So I just wanted to make sure the bang was in order.
There's no bang like the Letoya bang.
Thank you so much for coming to visit us today.
We love you. We appreciate you.
We just finished filming a podcast, and can you guess where we're going next?
Black Swan, of course. I want lamb chops, I want cauliflower, I want all the things.
If you haven't been, we have the best chicken box around.
For sure.
So if you're hungry, if you're in the Baltimore area, just visiting, or if you're tuning into our podcast and want to come to Baltimore, you can also meet us at Black Swan, where the food is amazing.
Black Swan, that's Eat at Black Swan, BLKSWAN. Follow us on Instagram. Come and visit us. It's always a vibe.
Tell them Janine and Keisha sent you. If you've been watching our episodes, I'm sure you've noticed this amazing piece of art behind us. Shout out to our friend Be More Tough for providing us with this beautiful piece of art.
He has amazing textiles. He's so talented. He was gracious enough to let this piece live in season 1. But follow him on Instagram at Be More Tuft and see all the amazing things that he's doing. He's phenomenal.